Please go to the page 152. We are going to continue with the topic we were studying yesterday. The topic is represent and use the percent equation. So the first part we have is the key concept, okay? The percent equation shows how a percent relates proportional quantities. The percent is a constant of proportionality, and the equation has the same form as y equal m multiplied by x, okay? M is the slope, remember, or you can say that m could be the constant of proportionality, okay? It's only that we relate with k. When it's the constant of proportionality, we use k. In this case, is the equation, so we are going to use m. So we are going to see the blue part that is representing the percent on the diagram you have below. The percent and the red part, the 100%, is the whole, okay? So the equation you are going to use is the part over the whole equal the percent. But remember that the whole is dividing, so I need to pass it to the other side to multiply. Then I obtain the equation that the part is equal the percent multiplied by the whole. This is the equation we are going to use in all these kind of examples. So for the question number 1, how are percent problems related to proportional reasoning? We can complete this with the first line we have of the book in the key concept. The percent equation, number 1, the percent equation shows how a percent relates proportional quantities. What else can we do about this? Okay, you can represent or you can compare a percent. You can compare a percent as a fraction that is related with 100, remember. P over 100. You can compare a percent as a fraction P over 100 to a part and a whole, okay? This depending on the equation, remember, P over 100 is going to be the percent, the part is the, okay, when the least number we obtain, and the whole is going to be the total. Now, the number 2 is more practical. When we have the reasoning, we need to give an example of a problem. A waiter at a restaurant receives $11. This is as a tip of a $47.20 bill. He usually receives tips that are 20% of the total bill. Is the tip amount what the waiter typically receives? We need to explain this, okay? The bill is the total of money the client paid, the $47.20, and he is going to receive a tip that is a 20% of this. So how can I compare if the $11 he received are okay or not? I need to obtain the value, okay? I need to obtain the tip he receives usually and compare it with the $11 to see if this is more or less than the amount of money he is going to receive usually. So for the number 2, I have the equation that a part is equal a percent multiplied by the whole, okay? You are going to use the same equation in this kind of example, so you need to memorize this equation. Now I need to replace. The part is the tip he is going to obtain. This is the tip, so we are going to replace, and now for the percent, you already have the percent. This is 20%. They give you this on the exercise, okay? And what is the whole? The whole is the amount of money he is going to pay. The bill is for 47.20. 47.20. We can use a variable for tip. For example, I can use the variable t. I'm going to use the variable t for the tip. And what about the 20% we have in here? Remember, I cannot multiply if I have this in percent. So I need to divide by 100. I divide the percent by 100. So I'm going to obtain a decimal. When I divide this by 100, I obtain 0.20. And I'm going to multiply this by 47.20. 47.20. Okay. So what we need to do now is to multiply this to obtain the value. 0.20 multiplied by 47.20. The amount of money he's going to obtain as a tip is $9 with 44 cents. Is this more or less than the money he usually receives? Okay, the tip he usually receives is $9.44, but he received this time he received $11. So the $11 he received now is more than the quantity he usually receives. Is the tip amount what the waiter typically receives? No, it's not what he typically receives. So we are going to say that is not what he usually receives. $11 is more than $11 is more than the $9.44 he receives. $11 is more than the $9.44 he receives. Okay, we can complete this question in different ways, but the idea is the same. He received more money in this time. He needs to receive only 9.44, but he received 11. It's $1 with 56 cents more. So the whole idea of this is that it's more. Okay, the whole point is that it's more. Now we can go to the example 3. This is, I think that is interesting, but only to explain what she did in this exercise, okay? Sarah used an equation to solve the problem below. We need to justify each step of her work. We are going to solve this exercise again to see if Sarah solved it correctly. About the 11% of people are left-handed. How many people would you expect to be left-handed in a class of 30 students? So we need to find the amount of students that are left-handed in a room, in a classroom with 30 students, to see if Sarah solved the exercise correctly and she obtained the correct number of students, okay? So the equation again, part equal the percent multiplied by the whole, okay? I'm going to, now on the example 3, again, you copy the formula, part equal percent multiplied by the whole, and I'm going to solve the exercise with you. What are we going to replace in here, for example, guys, for the number 3? This girl wants to know the number of people that is left-handed, so we can use the variable L. To talk about the part, right, we are going to use L. This is equal the percent. You already know the percent. The percent they give you the 11%. I'm going to multiply this by the whole. The whole number of students is 30 students. But what we have in here, remember, we cannot multiply if I have the percent. So I need to divide by 100. So I eliminate the percent and I'm going to obtain a decimal. So L is going to be equal 0.11 multiplied by what? Multiplied by the 30 students. So the answer of this exercise is only to multiply this. You have the percent and you have the whole, so I can find the part. Remember, when we have this equation, we need to have two values, and I'm going to obtain the other one. For example, if you are looking for the whole quantity of something, in the problem, they have to give you the part and the percent so you can find the other one, okay? You need to have two values and find the other one. In this case, we find the part, that is the people who is left-handed. We multiply in here 0.11 times 30 and we obtain 3.3. But how can I represent 3.3 people? I'm going to take only the 3, guys, because it's not possible that it could be a 0.3 of a person, okay? I only take the whole number when I'm talking about people. So it's about 3 students. About 3 students are left-handed. So the exercise Sarah solved is correct, right? She obtained that about 3 students are left-handed because we don't take the decimal. We take only the whole number. Now we can work in the other example if you have this clear. If you don't have any question about this one, we can go to the example 4. On the example 4, I'm going to read it with you. This is, do you know how? You need to practice more about this kind of example. An auto insurance company pays 12% commission to its agents for each new insurance policy they sell. Okay, insurance policy they sell, okay, they are for the autos. How much commission does an agent make on a $1,000 policy? Again, the formula, part equal percent multiplied by what? Multiplied by the whole number I have. So the part we are going to obtain, what is the part? Is the commission, right? Is the commission he's going to obtain. And what is the percent? Okay, the percent you already have it, okay? We don't have problems with the percent. This is going to be, okay, I can copy the percent and the other line I'm going to change it. The percent multiplied by the whole. And what else can we do with this? I'm going to replace, maybe for the commission, I can take one variable, C. This is going to be equal the percent. You already know the percent. What is the percent? 12, right? 12% multiplied by the whole. What is going to be the whole? The whole is going to be the total of the sale, okay? The sales to obtain the commission. This is the total. So the sale in this case is $1,000. Until this point, I think that you understand. So the 12%, you cannot work if you have the percent, so I'm going to change it into a decimal. The commission is going to be equal, the 12% when you divide it by 100, you obtain 0.12. And you are going to multiply this by 1,000. What is the result when you multiply 0.12 by 1,000? The commission is going to be 120. 120 what? $120. So we can complete the answer. The commission he is going to obtain, or he's going to get, or he's going to earn is $120. This is the commission for the sale, okay? So in this example, you have the auto insurance company, it pays a 12%. This is the 12% depending on the total amount of the sale. So they give you the percent and they give you the whole sale. So you can obtain the commission he is going to earn. The commission is going to be a part. You are going to use the same equation. You only have one difficult decision in here, and it's to identify where are you going to place the facts the problem gives you. Okay, but it's more logic sometimes. For example, the percent, you already know that is the percent. The whole is going to be when you have the total of something, the total amount of something. And the part is the least number, okay? The part is the number, the most of the times is the number that we want to obtain. So I'm going to finish in here, guys, sharing the screen. I don't know if you already copied this problem or if you have any questions, so I'm going to give you some time to ask about this. So about this exercise, do you have any question, guys, about how to use the formula or how to solve one problem? Look that in the number 5, you are going to do the same, and the number 5 and 6, the 6 is the same. So you work in the pages 152, 153, and 154. You are going to send these pages on Friday, remember, with the other pages we need to complete. So this is very similar to the last examples we were working, guys. Remember about the formula is already given. The formula is already given, so you only need to practice more, okay, and memorize the formula in this case. Okay, I'm going to finish the recording, and later I'm going to ask if you have any other questions, because I need to see you.